Good evening, school board. Barbara Anderson, retired educator. Are you listening to the educators? I think you are. I'm seeing your heads shaking. But instead of listening to speakers at last month's meeting about the morale of staff and conducting your own climate survey, a month later you're now going to be debating spending more taxpayer money on an outside entity that might roll out a survey by December and have data maybe by January. I find the use of personal cell phones intrusive to collect this data. I've looked at that PowerPoint. Instead of providing a real break for staff and educators, the district voted for a November 12th mental health day, another bait and switch, because all this did was anger parents and cause staff to use their accrued leave or work anyway. Instead of addressing the emotional trauma incurred during the pandemic, you opened schools focused on the learning loss. The district ignores that students and staff are and have been affected by the pandemic. The district is using a pre-pandemic game plan in a pandemic era. Schools are not back to normal, and we will forever be affected by the trauma of COVID. Instead of anticipating a possible increase in anxiety-based misbehavior from students and hiring additional counselors, social workers, teacher assistants, behaviors among students have upticked. There aren't enough staff to monitor and address their issues, thus causing additional stress on staff and students. You're suspending 4, 5, 6, and 7-year-olds, and they're still locking children in seclusion rooms that may not be compliant or legal under North Carolina DPI statutes. There isn't enough staff in the schools. There aren't enough teachers to cover classes. There aren't enough teacher assistants to cover classes, and there aren't enough support staff to address mental health issues for the students. You're not addressing their needs. Our schools are in crisis. You've heard it tonight. Classes are in chaos. I've talked to teachers from high school to preschool. It's a chaotic situation across the board. Chaos reigns. Words tell a lot, but your actions speak the truth. Do something.